Ladies and gentlemen, leadership is not about a title, a position, or the size of your office. True leadership is about influence, character, and the ability to inspire others to greatness. Today, I want to talk to you about how you can become the leader everyone looks up to. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being purposeful. Let's dive into some essential principles that define exceptional leadership. Leadership is not about titles or authority. It begins within. It starts with the realization that you are the captain of your own ship, and before you can guide others, you must first master yourself. This is the essence of true leadership, self-leadership. It's about waking up each day with the understanding that your habits, your thoughts, and your actions are the foundation upon which everything else is built. How can you inspire someone else to follow you if your own life is in disarray? How can you ask others to be disciplined, courageous, or purposeful if you haven't first demanded it of yourself? Self-leadership requires discipline. Discipline isn't about perfection, it's about consistency. It's showing up every day for yourself, even when it's hard, even when the rewards aren't immediate. It's about choosing what you want most over what you want now. Leadership starts with the small decisions. Waking up early, sticking to your commitments, and doing the work when no one is watching. These seemingly minor acts of discipline compound over time to create a foundation of trust, not just with others, but with yourself. Because when you trust yourself, you become unstoppable. Your emotions, too, are part of this equation. To lead yourself, you must learn to master your emotions rather than being mastered by them. Life will test you. It will throw challenges, setbacks, and frustrations in your path. But here's the truth. Great leaders are not reactive, they are responsive. They take a step back, assess the situation, and act from a place of clarity, not chaos. This emotional control doesn't mean suppressing how you feel. It means acknowledging your emotions and then choosing how you'll let them influence your actions. That choice is what separates those who lead from those who follow. But discipline and emotional mastery aren't enough without alignment. To truly lead yourself, you must align your actions with your values. What do you stand for? What principles guide your decisions? It's not enough to know these answers, you must live them. Leadership is about walking your talk. People don't follow words, they follow examples. Your life must be a reflection of your values, a living testament to what you believe in. Because when your actions align with your values, you exude a sense of authenticity that draws others to you. They see in you the courage to live with integrity, and that inspires them to do the same. When you lead yourself with discipline, emotional mastery, and alignment, something extraordinary happens. You set a standard. You become a beacon for others, showing them not just what's possible, but how to achieve it. And the most powerful leaders don't demand followers, they attract them. People want to emulate someone who has mastered their own life. The world is hungry for leaders, but the first person you must lead is the one in the mirror. Lead yourself with purpose and conviction, and you'll find that others naturally rise to the example you set. True leadership begins here, and it begins with you. Leadership without vision is like setting sail without a destination, lost, aimless, and without purpose. A leader's vision is the foundation of everything they build. It's the guiding light that inspires action, fuels determination, and gives meaning to the journey. Without it, even the most talented, dedicated team will struggle to find direction. So let me ask you, what is your vision? Not a vague idea or a fleeting dream, but a clear, powerful image of the future that you're willing to devote yourself to. What do you want to achieve, and why does it matter? Your vision is more than a goal, it's a declaration of purpose. It's a promise to yourself and to those who choose to follow you. A compelling vision answers two essential questions. Where are we going, and why is it worth the effort? The strength of your vision lies in its ability to inspire belief, not just in the destination, but in the journey itself. It must be so vivid, so electrifying that people can see it, feel it, and imagine themselves living in that reality. When you paint your vision with clarity and passion, you ignite something powerful in others. You give them hope, direction, and a reason to push forward when times get tough. But having a vision isn't just about crafting a beautiful picture of the future, it's about conviction. You must believe in your vision so deeply that your belief becomes contagious. It's not enough to describe it, you have to embody it. When others see your passion, your unwavering commitment, and your willingness to take action, they begin to believe in it too. Your vision becomes a shared mission, something bigger than any one person. And that's when the magic happens, when people align their efforts and energy toward a common goal because they see a future worth striving for. The strength of a vision lies in its ability to connect. It must resonate with the hearts and minds of those who hear it. This is not just about strategy or logic, it's about emotion. People don't follow plans, they follow dreams. They want to feel that what they're working toward is meaningful, that their contributions matter, and that their lives will be better for having been part of the journey. Your role as a leader is to bridge the gap between the present and that future, to make the impossible seem possible, and to light the path with unwavering determination. Remember, the greatest visions aren't about the leader, they're about the people. Your vision must be rooted in service, in creating something valuable for others. It's not about how far you can go, it's about how many you can take with you. Leadership is not about commanding others to follow. It's about inspiring them to see the vision as their own. And when they do, there's no limit to what can be accomplished. So ask yourself, is your vision clear? Is it compelling? And most importantly, is it worth following? Because when you have a vision that truly matters, people will not just follow you, they'll run beside you, ready to make it a reality. Communication is the lifeblood of leadership. As a leader, your ability to articulate your thoughts, your vision, and your direction is what transforms ideas into reality. Words are not just tools for conveying information. They are the bridge between where you are and where you want to go. When you communicate with clarity, you give others the gift of understanding. When you communicate with confidence, you give them the courage to take action. Clarity is essential. A leader without clarity is like a compass without a needle. There's no direction. When you speak, your words should be sharp, purposeful, and easy to grasp. Don't just throw out ideas or ramble on. Instead, take the time to craft your message with precision so that it lands with impact. People need to understand not only what you're saying, but why it matters. And when they understand, they can act. Leaders who communicate with clarity provide the roadmap others need to follow, ensuring that no one is left wondering what comes next. But clarity alone isn't enough. Confidence is what gives your words weight. It's not just about what you say, it's about how you say it. Confidence in your message inspires confidence in others. When you speak with conviction, when you speak like you believe in your vision, others will feel that energy and align themselves with it. Confidence doesn't come from having all the answers, but from trusting yourself, your purpose, and the journey you're on. It's the belief that what you're working toward is worth every ounce of effort, and that belief is contagious. When people see you stand tall and speak with assurance, they will naturally begin to believe in your vision and feel the courage to take the next step. But remember, communication is a two-way street. Listening is just as important as speaking. A great leader knows that they can't lead effectively if they don't understand the people they are leading. Listening isn't about waiting for your turn to speak. It's about giving your full attention to others. When you listen with intention, you show that you value what others have to say. You open the door to dialogue, and in doing so, you build trust. Trust is the foundation of all leadership. Without it, you can't lead effectively. When people trust you, they are more likely to follow you, to act on your vision, and to bring their best to the table. But trust doesn't come overnight. It's built through consistent, open, and honest communication. It's built through showing up, listening deeply, and responding with care. When you listen, you send a powerful message. I see you, I hear you, you matter. And when people feel seen and heard, they are far more likely to be engaged, motivated, and inspired. They become part of your vision, not just followers, but partners on the journey. Great communication is not about mastering a set of techniques, it's about connecting with others. It's about speaking with clarity and confidence, and it's about listening with intention and respect. When you master this, you don't just lead with words, you lead with influence, and that is the heart of true leadership. Authenticity is the foundation of all great leadership. People have an incredible ability to sense when something isn't real. They can tell when you're putting on a mask or trying to be something you're not. And when you're not being true to yourself, your leadership lacks the most important ingredient, trust. Without trust, you cannot lead. But when you are authentic, when you show up as your true self, something powerful happens. You attract respect, loyalty, and genuine connections that transcend titles and positions. People follow authenticity because it resonates with them. It's real, it's raw, and it speaks to the deepest part of who we are. To be authentic is to be vulnerable. It's about showing your humanity. We live in a world where perfection is often celebrated, and many feel the pressure to project an image of flawlessness. But the truth is, no one is perfect. We all have our shortcomings, our mistakes, and our struggles. And when you embrace that reality, when you admit your mistakes and own your shortcomings, you give others permission to do the same. You show them that vulnerability is not a weakness, but a strength. It's a strength because it takes courage to be real in a world that sometimes rewards pretense. It takes strength to say, I don't have all the answers, but I'm willing to learn and grow. Great leaders are not the ones who try to be perfect. They're the ones who embrace their imperfections and learn from them. When you make a mistake, own it. Apologize if necessary, but most importantly, learn from it and move forward. Your mistakes don't define you, they refine you. And when you're authentic, you set an example for others. You show them that being human doesn't make you less. It makes you more. It makes you relatable. It makes you someone others can trust and follow. Being authentic also means staying true to your values. It's easy to get caught up in what others expect of you or to bend to the pressures of the moment. But true authenticity comes from being unwavering in your principles, regardless of external circumstances. When you stand firm in your values, you become a beacon of stability in uncertain times. People want to follow someone who is anchored in something real, something that doesn't shift with the winds of opinion or trends. They want to know that the person they're following is grounded in something they can rely on, someone whose actions match their words. When you lead with authenticity, you create an environment where others feel safe to be themselves. They don't have to pretend to be something they're not to fit in. And when people feel they can be themselves around you, they give you their best. They bring their full potential, knowing they won't be judged or criticized for being human. Authenticity unlocks greatness in others because it creates an atmosphere of trust and respect. So, be real, be vulnerable, be honest. When you lead with authenticity, you not only earn the respect and loyalty of others, but you also inspire them to show up as their true selves. And that is the mark of a great leader. Leadership is not about holding the reins tightly, trying to control every step, or doing everything yourself. If you want to create lasting change and make an impact, you must understand that leadership is about bringing out the best in others. It's about creating a space where others can rise to their potential and lead alongside you. The true measure of leadership lies not in how much you can achieve on your own, but in how much you can inspire and elevate those around you. One of the greatest acts of leadership is the ability to delegate. Too many leaders, out of fear or desire for control, attempt to carry all the responsibility themselves. But the reality is this: no single person can do everything, and trying to will only leave you overwhelmed and exhausted. Delegation is an art. It's about recognizing the strengths of others and entrusting them with the tasks that will allow them to grow. When you delegate, you're not just passing on work, you're creating opportunities for others to stretch beyond their comfort zones and step into their full potential. And when they succeed, they not only grow, they bring their success back to the team, elevating everyone. But delegation is just the beginning. Coaching is where the real transformation happens. As a leader, you have the power to help others see what they're capable of, even when they can't see it themselves. It's about guiding them, supporting them, and encouraging them through their struggles. Every person has untapped potential, but often it takes someone who believes in them to help unlock it. Your job is to be that person. Be the mentor who helps them navigate challenges, learn from mistakes, and celebrate victories. When you coach, you don't just give people the answers, you help them find their own. You teach them the skills they need to become self-sufficient, confident, and capable of leading in their own right. And let's not forget the power of uplifting others. Leadership is not just about correction or guidance, it's about encouragement. People rise when they feel supported, when they know someone is rooting for them, and when they believe that their efforts matter. Uplifting your team means celebrating their achievements, big and small, and recognizing the value they bring to the table. A word of encouragement at the right moment can make all the difference between giving up and pushing through. When you uplift others, you give them the belief in themselves that they need to keep going. even when the path gets tough. When you empower others, you create something far greater than yourself. You create a ripple effect that spreads leadership across the entire team, organization, or community. You don't just multiply your impact, you multiply leadership. The more you empower, the more leaders emerge, each bringing their unique strengths, perspectives, and abilities to the table. You begin to see that leadership is not a limited resource, it's an ever-expanding force. When you invest in others, you are investing in a future where leadership is not concentrated in one person, but shared across many. This is the true power of leadership. It's not about doing everything on your own. It's about empowering others to step up, to grow, and to become leaders in their own right. When you do that, you not only build a stronger team, you create a legacy of leadership that will endure long after you've moved on. That's the kind of impact that lasts. Leadership is not for the faint of heart. If you're in a position of leadership, you will face challenges, setbacks, and criticisms. There's no way around it. Life doesn't come with a guarantee of smooth sailing. It's filled with obstacles that will test your resolve. But the true measure of a leader is not found in how they handle success. It's found in how they rise in the face of adversity. Resilience is the key to not just surviving, but thriving through life's storms. It's the ability to stay on course when the road gets rough, and to continue forward when the weight of the world feels heavy. The difference between those who succeed and those who fall by the wayside isn't in the challenges they face, it's in how they respond. Challenges are inevitable, but how you choose to respond to them will define your future. Will you let difficulties paralyze you, or will you use them as fuel to propel you forward? Resilience is not about avoiding hardship. It's about facing it head-on and moving through it with strength and determination. Every setback, every failure, and every criticism is an opportunity to become stronger, wiser, and more determined. The greatest leaders didn't reach their success without encountering some form of struggle. What made them great was their ability to persevere and keep going, even when the odds were stacked against them. When life presents its challenges, it's easy to become discouraged, to doubt yourself, and to question whether it's all worth it. But leaders understand that this is part of the journey. They know that no victory comes without a fight. When things get tough, they don't fold, they dig deeper, find the courage to push through, and come out on the other side even more capable than before. The challenges you face today are not roadblocks, they are stepping stones to your greatness. Every struggle is a chance to learn, to grow, and to become more resilient. It's a test of your character, and every time you rise above the adversity, you build a stronger foundation for your future. Leadership is about showing others that setbacks don't define you. It's about demonstrating that failure isn't the end, it's simply a part of the process. When you face challenges, how you handle them sends a message to those around you. If you give up, if you allow yourself to be broken by the weight of your difficulties, others will see that and may mirror your defeat. You show them that resilience is not about being immune to challenges, but about refusing to be defeated by them. The road to success is not a straight path. It's filled with twists, turns, and obstacles that will test your resolve. But the true leader understands that every challenge is part of the process. Every setback is a lesson in disguise, and every failure is simply an opportunity to try again with more wisdom. Stay resilient in the face of challenges, and you will not only achieve your own success, you will inspire others to find their own strength and keep moving forward, no matter what life throws their way. Leadership is fundamentally a human endeavor. It's not about the strategies, the systems, or the success metrics. At its core, leadership is about people. People want to feel seen, heard, and most importantly, valued. They don't just want to be a cog in the machine. They want to know that their efforts matter, that their struggles are understood, and that their aspirations are supported. As a leader, you have the power to create that environment, but it starts with empathy. Empathy is the bridge that connects a leader to their team, transforming a group of individuals into a unified, motivated force. Empathy begins with understanding. It's about putting yourself in the shoes of those you lead. It's recognizing the challenges they face, not just in their work, but in their lives. When you understand where people are coming from, you can better support them in their journey. When you listen to their struggles, you acknowledge their humanity. And when you acknowledge their humanity, you build trust. Trust is the foundation of any successful relationship, and it's even more crucial in leadership. Without trust, you have nothing. But with trust, you have the key to unlock the potential of your team. Empathy isn't just about feeling for someone, it's about acting on that understanding. It's about providing the support, the guidance, and the encouragement that people need to overcome their challenges. It's about offering a hand when they fall, offering a word of wisdom when they feel lost, and offering recognition when they succeed. The most effective leaders are those who invest time in their people. They don't just tell them what to do, they listen to them, they guide them, and they make sure they feel valued every step of the way. When people know that you care, when they feel heard and understood, they give you their best. They don't just follow instructions, they commit. They take ownership of their work because they know they are part of something that values them as individuals. When people trust you, they will go above and beyond. They will work harder, push further, and invest more of themselves into the team's success. But this is a two-way street. You can't expect people to give their best if you aren't willing to give them yours. When you lead with empathy, you show that you are not just in it for the result, you are in it for the people. Empathy has the power to transform a group of individuals into a unified team. A group of people can work together, but a team built on empathy will thrive. The difference is in the connection, the understanding that each individual is not just another worker, but a valued member of a shared mission. When empathy is present, the energy changes. There's a collective sense of purpose that drives everyone forward. People work together, support each other, and trust in the leadership. And that's when true success happens, not just in terms of results, but in the strength of the relationships built along the way. In the end, leadership isn't about titles or positions. It's about people. It's about leading with empathy, understanding their needs, and helping them grow. When you lead with empathy, you not only inspire loyalty and trust, you create a culture of collaboration, resilience, and mutual respect. And that is the foundation for a truly successful team, one that will overcome any obstacle and achieve greatness together. Leadership begins with a choice to set the tone for everything that follows. As a leader, the first thing you must understand is that people will follow your example, not just your words. If you want excellence in your team, it starts with you. Excellence isn't something you can hope for. It's something you must model every single day. You set the example of what is acceptable. If you want others to rise to a higher level, you must rise first. You are the standard by which everything else is measured. When you set that example, you give others the vision and the inspiration to meet that standard, not through force, but through motivation and admiration. Setting high standards is not about expecting perfection, because no one is perfect. It's about demanding the best from yourself and others. It's about making a commitment to strive for excellence in everything you do. When you set your standards high, you send a message that mediocrity will not be tolerated. You send a message that if you are going to be part of this team, you are expected to give your best. This doesn't mean you won't face challenges. In fact, challenges are guaranteed. But the key is that you and your team rise to meet them with unwavering determination. But setting high standards alone is not enough. You must also hold yourself and everyone else accountable. Accountability is not a word for punishment, nor is it about laying blame. It's about ownership. It's about saying, I am responsible for my actions, my results, and my behavior. Accountability means taking full ownership of your performance, regardless of the circumstances. When things don't go as planned, you don't point fingers. You look inward and ask, what can I do differently? What can I learn from this? How can I grow? When you hold yourself accountable, you show your team that there are no excuses. You show them that success is earned, not given. Accountability gives people the power to take responsibility for their own actions, and it creates an environment where everyone understands that they must live up to the standards that have been set. When you do this, you create a culture of high expectations, and in that culture, greatness is born. People will rise to the level of the standard you've set, not because they have to, but because they want to. They see you taking ownership of your actions, and they want to emulate that same sense of responsibility. When you show others what it means to hold yourself to the highest standards, they will rise to meet those standards as well. Leadership is not about giving orders from above. It's about showing what it takes to achieve success. It's about walking the walk. People follow what they see. And when they see you living by your own standards, they will adopt those same standards in their own lives. Excellence becomes contagious. Accountability becomes second nature. And before long, you have a team that is not only driven by high standards, but committed to upholding them at every turn. So set your standards high. Don't settle for anything less than the best. And when you hold yourself accountable, you create a powerful ripple effect that will inspire everyone around you to do the same. When you lead with integrity, ownership, and a commitment to excellence, you will not just create success, you will create a legacy that others will follow for years to come. Words can inspire, but actions leave a lasting impact. Leadership is not about talking, it's about doing. It's about showing up, stepping forward, and taking the first step toward the challenges that others may be too afraid to face. People don't follow speeches, they follow examples. They follow actions that speak louder than any words ever could. If you want to be a leader, if you want to truly inspire others, you must be the first to take action. You must be the first to make the tough decisions, to take the risks, and to show your team that you are willing to put in the work, no matter the cost. When you lead through action, you communicate a message that words can never capture, that you are committed, that you are willing to sacrifice, and that you believe in the cause more than anything else. Action is the proof of belief. If you want people to follow you, they need to see that you are invested in the mission, not just in theory, but in practice. You must embody the vision you are promoting. You must take the first step, even when the path is unclear. That's how you build trust. When your team sees you moving forward, taking the leap, making the sacrifices, they will have no doubt in their minds that they should follow your lead. Leadership is not a passive role. It's not about waiting for others to act, to take the first step, to make the change. Leadership requires you to be proactive. It means being the one to step forward when others hesitate. It's about setting the tone with your actions. If you want your team to give their best, to work hard, to take risks, you must first demonstrate that you are willing to do the same. Don't just tell them what to do, show them. Show them through your actions that you believe in the mission enough to act on it, even when it's difficult. Show them that no challenge is too great when you are committed to achieving something worthwhile. The truth is, people are watching you all the time. They watch your actions, not just your words. They watch how you handle adversity, how you face setbacks, how you deal with success. They watch whether you stay consistent with your principles or if you take shortcuts when things get tough. Your team will rise or fall based on what they see in you. If you want them to push forward, to take risks, to be fearless in the face of adversity, you must be the one to set that example. When you lead by example, you inspire others to follow suit. You show them what it takes to succeed, not just in terms of results, but in terms of the effort, sacrifice, and commitment required. You make them believe that they too can achieve greatness because they see you doing it first. Your actions will echo far louder than any words you could ever say. So be the first to take that step. Be the first to show your team that you believe in the mission enough to act on it. When you do, you will inspire others to do the same, and together, you will achieve more than you ever imagined. The true measure of a leader is not found in the achievements they accumulate during their lifetime, but in the legacy they leave behind. What will people say about you when you're gone? Will they speak of the goals you reached and the titles you earned? Or will they talk about how you changed lives, inspired growth, and left the world a better place? A legacy is not something you can build overnight, but it is something you can start creating today. The impact you make today will ripple through the years, touching lives long after you're gone. So ask yourself, what will your legacy be? A true leader doesn't just focus on their own success. They focus on the success of others. They understand that their role is to build people, to create leaders, not followers. Leadership is not about making people depend on you. It's about empowering others to rise, to lead, and to carry the torch forward. When you build other leaders, you ensure that the impact of your efforts multiplies. You create a ripple effect that can continue for generations, as those you've mentored go on to inspire and lead others in turn. Think about the legacy you are building. Are you planting seeds that will grow into something meaningful? Are you sowing the seeds of growth, inspiration, and change that will thrive long after your time has passed? True leaders are focused on more than just immediate results. They are focused on long-term impact. They understand that their work is part of a much larger story. Their influence doesn't end with their own success. It lives on through the people they've helped, the lives they've changed, and the leaders they've developed. Building a legacy requires vision. It requires you to think beyond the day-to-day struggles, beyond the immediate challenges you face. It requires you to think about the long term, about what you want to leave behind for those who come after you. A great legacy is built not on fleeting moments of achievement, but on the consistent, meaningful contributions you make over time. It's built on the way you lead, the way you treat others, and the way you inspire others to be their best. Legacy is not about being remembered. It's about having an enduring impact. It's about shaping the future in a way that is greater than anything you could accomplish alone. The most powerful legacies are those that continue to grow, evolve, and inspire long after the person who started them is gone. Your legacy is measured by the difference you make in the lives of others and by the lasting impact of your actions. So ask yourself today, what will you leave behind? Will you be remembered for the success you achieved or for the leaders you created, the lives you touched, and the change you sparked? Focus on building a legacy that will continue to inspire and lead for generations to come. Plant seeds of growth, nurture them with care, and watch them grow into something that will last long after you're gone. The true power of leadership lies in the legacy you leave, and it's never too early to start planting those seeds. Becoming the leader everyone looks up to is not about seeking admiration. It's about earning respect. It's about being a guiding light, a source of inspiration, and a catalyst for positive change. Remember, leadership is a journey, not a destination. Start by leading yourself, inspiring others, and creating a vision that transforms lives. The world needs leaders who are authentic, courageous, and compassionate. The question is, will you rise to the challenge? Will you be the leader everyone looks up to? Thank you.